Are you surprised by this title? I too am honestly surprised by this title. I've watched TNA maybe 10 times, and that was just the Austin Aries. And because I heard one time that Hogan was going to wrestle Sting, and I said that makes no sense to anybody. So I tuned in to watch that. You know it. But basically, let me give you a review of sorts, even though I only got to select the last three matches. Thanks, Ty1822, for giving me the link. But the first match I saw was Crimson, who apparently is supposed to beat Goldberg. He's undefeated. He fought Matt Morgan, and he won, so he's still undefeated. Makes sense to me. Should make sense to you. Crimson wins. The next match, WWE's past, Kurt Angle versus Jeff Hardy. I miss these guys. They had a sweet match. Let me just sum it up for you. Angle slam. Swanton. I'm going to go over this one actually. Swanton again. He kicked out though. Jeff Hardy said this. Climbing the cage, climbing the cage, climbing up the cage, jumping off the cage. Swanton off the cage. 1, 2, 3. He wins. Kurt Angle says, ow, my stomach hurts. I'm going to leave here. Jeff Hardy said, I'm a big fan of Creatures of the Night. I have a lot of weird face paint on. But kids like me because that's how it goes. So good for him. That was cool. Shout out to Jeff Hardy. I freaked out when he jumped off the top of the cage. And then it was the Knockouts. The Divas. But they're called the Knockouts. Tag Team Championship match. And it was these two chicks against this chick and a dude. But the dude is kind of girly, and the chick looks like a dude. You can imagine my head spinning. There was a chick on the team. How does that make sense? I don't care. I laughed so hard. I said, what is going on? Is this why I never watched TNA? Maybe. I was so confused. Needless to say, the dude and the chick won. And then they got down. They said, oh, we're in here. We're on the ring. We're in here. They just rolled around. And I said, they're in there. And then the main event. James Storm versus Bobby Roode. Canadian God. Canadian Triple H. This match went a while, and it looked like Canadian God was going to lose. But no. Canadian God wins, making me a big Canadian God fan. That's all I saw. I said before, I said, this guy looks like Triple H. I'm rooting for this guy. Bobby Roode. Shout out to Bobby Roode for getting kicked in the face, knocked out of the cage, and winning. You're on your way to becoming just like Triple H. I love this. Hashtag Canadian God. I will now watch TNA forever to support Canadian God. So thank you, TNA, for giving me Canadian God. How many times can I say Canadian God in 3 minutes? Canadian God. Oh, have a good night, everybody. Hashtag. Don't have to say it. Bobby Roode, still champion.